If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Ooh, boys, it's gonna be rough for content. It's gonna be rough for content, man. It might be rough for like it might be rough up until Team of the Year, to be honest with you, bro. It might be. Listen, the content for EA nowadays, it's pack opening stuff. That's what it is, brother. It's pack opening stuff. Today it was a refresh of the icon. Player of the month today. I mean, I reviewed Kane, but I don't think people are going to be super invested in any of them because there is the Tegui or something like that. I don't know how to say his name. Yeah, I was going to do it, but at the same time, like, I'm not really there. You know what I'm saying? I think we have some leaks for some cards that are going to be coming out, right? So we have like the regular team, and then we also have the regular heroes. We might do reviews for these cards. I mean, it all depends, right? It all depends how I'm feeling. Because right now, content is like so dry that it almost feels like I kind of have to do transfer market reviews because they grow over time. Like if there's SBCs in the future that come out and blah, blah. But we'll see. We'll see what the vibes are, okay? So from the players that you see here, obviously a couple of interesting choices. Courtois is going to definitely be a pretty cool one because Courtois, I mean, all goalkeepers can be really weird from time to time, but I would say Courtois is usually one of those goalkeepers that people like to use the most because he has a sweeper keeper plus. So he's pretty fast when it comes to going out of goal, collecting the ball to receive possession of it, you know, and stuff like that people enjoy. So not really much to see there. Obviously, Courtois is going to be a pretty cool card to take a look at for sure. Van de Ven I could see being very expensive just because of how fast he would be. And it also depends on what playstyle they ended up giving him as well, right? Because obviously this Inform card has maintained a price for a good while now for the most part, right? Obviously provides you very good links as well. A lot of people, if they can afford him, usually linked him up with Van Dijk in the team because of that Dutch link, right? Some people have the Ryan Gravenberg card as a evolution, so they did that with the Dutch players too. So it just depends, right? But yeah, the crazy thing about this card is the fact that he's a lengthy on a shadow, right? So he's not controlled, he's a lengthy, and he's pretty much well formatted. With the future card coming out, it's probably going to be like an anchor flex for him. Maybe it depends on how they actually end up improving him, but a role plus would obviously, or a playstyle plus being added to him is definitely something that I can foresee happening for a card that could end up being really sick in game, right? Inigo Martinez, that's actually a good card to release as a promo card. They don't really do this that often, and they really should, to make these cards usable quickly in the game, right? Inigo Martinez getting a promo card makes him incredibly usable, and it provides really good links in your team if they give him the right playstyles, because obviously with Spain, Barcelona, and La Liga, there's a triple link setup just like that a lot of players are going to want to work with, especially for a card that's also left-footed, right? So if he has good defensive animations in game, that could definitely be a really nice card as well. Granit Xhaka, another good example of a card that is pretty cool to get because obviously right off the bat, he's not really that cool of a card to begin with. But with a promo card, if they actually improve it in similar ways to what you're seeing here, it makes him pretty usable pretty quickly for a card that also has a plus for the deep lying playmaker in the CDM position, but also has the holding. So he actually has potential to be one of the better CDMs in the game, especially for someone that provides you the links with specific cards. If we go to Leverkusen, it would mainly be to Florian Wirtz, as well as the Frimpong card. Alex Garcia would be a really big one. I haven't really used myself, so I'm not really sure exactly what he's like, but I could see this card being really solid by the looks of it. Defender plus, some pretty solid defensive playstyles. You know, I haven't tried them out myself, but that would be a really big link to work with too for the Leverkusen players, but also for the Bundesliga players as well, for people that are doing that. So yeah, Granit Xhaka definitely a really cool card. Also has the long ball pass. So if that's a continuation for the next card, that's going to be great as well. Chiesa was one of the cards that people used in the beginning of the year, and he was actually pretty cool to use in the beginning. He didn't last too long. At some point in the striker area, you do want to get your rolls. I could see them honestly adding like advanced forward plus for the striker position for this card. 100% with the finisher chemistry style being added to him, with the shooting and dribbling being much higher. It definitely looks like a card that could be really cool, especially if he gets like different position changes as well. Like left mid maybe, but he doesn't really need it. The position changes that he currently has is really good. It would mainly be like if the right mid gets the inside forward plus. That would definitely be like a big one, I would say, for sure. Oshuala, no one really uses this card that much. Maybe it's because of the links. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal to work with now, right? I think the NWSL players can definitely be a little bit more solid to work with nowadays, for sure. Oshuala was one of those cards where in the striker position last year, he was fantastic, right? I tried her out in a draft and I was like, this card is super, super good. And it could be a similar situation this year. With the way that she's currently formatted, she only has the Poacher Plus. So I can see them adding maybe something like an advanced forward plus or something on the card to make her significantly better as well, right? Diaby is going to be the next card here. So Diaby, a lot of potential to work with here as well, especially if they choose to upgrade his weak foot. I think that would definitely be a really big variable to work with. For this card, Diaby is just really sick because he has a lot of really good roles, right? More roles like advanced forward or inside forward for the left side would be really sick if they were to end up doing that. But this is a card that, you know, provides you links with like multiple players within the Saudi League, depending on who you're trying to link, right? Like if I go to the Saudi League right now, if you want to link to Neymar as like a soft link, you could do that. You know, if Benzema gets a card in the future, that'll be a big deal. So a couple of different variables there. Ibanez as well, if you still have that SPC, right? So a couple things, right? The Al-Attiyah Head too, they also have a few players that could end up being really nice in the future as well, like Conte and stuff. So a couple things, right? Couple things. Diaby is usually pretty solid to use as well, so that's actually a very nice card. Adeyemi as a Bundesliga player that gives you the Borussia Dortmund links as well as the German links. I could see him being very solid in the striker position as well. Especially if they do end up giving him more roles, because he would just be like a really fast player, really well formatted. Definitely looks like a nice card on a finisher chemistry style. I never ended up trying out this inform version, but I heard good things about him because of how fast he generally feels. Alphonso Davies as a fullback could be really cool because obviously he hasn't received anything yet. And the main thing with this card is obviously providing the Bayern Munich links. On an anchor, his pace would be higher, defense would be higher, his physical would be higher, but there is potential with the new card coming out not requiring the anchor if they improve him a certain way, right? Because it is a promo card where his rating is much higher, so his pace would probably be perfect, and you can probably just give him a Sentinel chemistry style, or maybe even Guardian as well. It depends on how they end up improving him, because a dribbling boost would be nice because this card is more known for his attacking capabilities, but if they add more defensive roles too, that would be pretty cool as well. Gordon is another card here. That's a good one to release as a promo card because, you know, I don't really see people doing evolutions that much on this card unless it's for sentimental value from Newcastle fans who probably have like a better version than this, right? But yeah, no, he could definitely be nice. I think minimum wise, they definitely need to give him like a 4-star capability for him to be really cool. Maybe more roles on the right hand side just because, you know, he's a right-footed player with a 3-star capability on the left-hand side, so it's not super ideal to use. So a change there would definitely be nice. So that's for the regular cards. There are also some SBCs that have leaked as well. If I can find them, because we'll talk about the heroes as well. But some of the SBCs that have leaked is a Ruben Dias card. Salma is also leaked, but I think she's probably leaked for the regular promo, I would say. Salma is a pretty cool card. She has finesse shot. I don't know if these regular ones have finesse shot. They don't. But on this card, they gave her finesse shots. Her finesse shots were pretty scary to play against, right? Because she has the 5-star weak foot. She was really well formatted, and she provides you very good links within your team, right? So Salma was very difficult to face whenever coming up against her because of how effective her finesse shot is. These are the hero icons, the heroes that are coming into Trackstar. So a few different options here as well. That could be pretty cool. Improvements were definitely needed for a lot of them. Lucio, I would say, is one of the better center backs in the game in general. Like, obviously, if you even just have this one, you'll be cooking, right? As a defender, he's obviously very, very good. Power header, slide tackle, block, aerial, acrobatic. A lot of good stuff to work with there on the card. On a shadow, also a mostly lengthy, right? Has a stopper plus plus. To be honest, I could see them doing something crazy with him. Maybe a defender plus plus, defender plus, right? Some stuff like that would be very interesting for that card. Ginola is pretty cool, right? Nice little upgrade for him as well if he gets one. He's going to be one of those like poster boys on the promo for sure, because he's still going to be insanely expensive, of course, right? But obviously still looks like a pretty sick card for this year's game. I'm giving him a finisher, but honestly, most people would probably just give him like a hawk or a hunter. Mostly a hunter, I would say, for the pace and the shooting boost. Left mid position, he has wide playmaker plus plus. So honestly, if you play like a 4-2-3-1 wide, it would be really sick to work with on that card for some of the variations you can play with that. Cordoba, haven't really faced Cordoba that much this year. I would assume he's just like a transitioning beast. Like, I think defensively, he actually has a lot of potential this year. I've just never really faced him. Nora, have I seen him packed for anyone? I don't think, from me doing those SBC pack openings, but I guess that all depends too, right? Whether or not EA provides the better pack weight and all that kind of stuff, right? It all depends. But yeah, Cordoba, getting a card's interesting. He has aerial plus to kind of compensate for height, which is good, but we'll see what they do with the new card. Cole is a weird one. Honestly, he was like decent but bad at the same time when I tried him. He was like a combination of the two. It was very, very strange with this card when I tried him out. Right wing is the one that gives him the wide playmaker plus plus, a little bit more on a hunter chemistry style. That's kind of how you have to format him. Yeah, he was just a really weird one. Like, he was decent, but then he had moments where he was like really trash. It's very strange, right? But yeah, no, he could definitely be a cool one too. Okacha, honestly, Okacha is probably gonna be like one of those players that just generally dribbles really well. Also has the skill moves, the 5-star skill moves, a really big deal to work with. The main thing is obviously them improving the finishing to be as high as possible. But I mean, if this is a promo card on top of what this card is, there's a lot of potential there too, because he has playmaker plus plus, which is great, wide playmaker plus, false 9. So he does have a few different things to work with. So some more rolls on him would definitely be sick. But yeah, Okacha, I actually have used him once in a draft, and honestly, he was pretty sick to work with. Another pretty good card in this game is QL. QL in previous years, you know, you wouldn't really care as much about him, but in this year's game, he's a little bit better. Main reason for this is because he's a left-footed player on the left-hand side, right? So very similar situation to Paulo Futre, but it's just because like these guys can hit the Trivellas, they can hit the build-up plays with the strong foot on the strong side, which most people would prefer. And then, you know, people just give him a hunter and just use the dribbling for what it is, because, you know, he would just work with a Trivella. Obviously has that, and the power shot's a nice added feature as well. Giuli definitely needs one too, because he is lacking like crazy, but honestly with an upgrade, he could be very nice as well. Mainly in the dribbling department. If the dribbling department gets improved quite a bit, especially on the hunter chemistry style, it definitely looks like a really solid card. Maybe they give him like a skill move upgrade. Playstyle plus, he has the inside forward plus plus, which is obviously fantastic. So if they work off of that, Giuli could definitely be a really, really cool card. And then the last one here is going to be the Donovan card from the cards that we have seen so far, because there are the leaked SBCs as well. But yeah, Donovan gives you the links to the MLS players. Some people might be interested in this. It just depends on how they end up improving him, right? But there were other cards too that were leaked, right? Like Salma is in there. She's pretty cool. And then there was also, I forget which cards it was, but I think there's like certain Twitter accounts that actually talk about the cards coming. Okay. Yeah, so FIFA Romania, The Evos are the best thing at the moment. Yeah, honestly, it's the thing that's carrying their content like crazy, to be honest. When they don't drop Evos, it's like dead days. I'm trying to see like where the leaks were coming from. Let me see here. I have to search Ruben Diaz SBC because it's Ruben Diaz and it's Beasley as well. Yeah, so Ruben Diaz is coming as an SBC. I could assume that they're gonna drop this tomorrow, maybe. That's gonna be like their Friday content. It's just like a solid center back that gives you very good links. So yeah, Ruben Diaz definitely looks pretty solid. A lot of interesting stuff to work with there for sure on the SBC. And then there was also the other card too, which was Beasley. Honestly, Beasley as a hero is more boring to get, in all honesty. But I mean, he could be pretty sick too. Beasley track hero SBC is coming. He might actually be a good left back. Yeah, it depends on how they improve him though. But in the left back position, yeah, there's definitely potential there. Also, he might not be horrible as an actual left mid. It just depends on how they format everything. Because if his dribbling is in a better area, and then his shooting's in a better area, then it's just going to be that type of card that you can kind of rotate between the left mid area as well as the left back position, depending on how you want to rotate your formations in game, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for the leaks that are coming out for the new promo. A lot of interesting cards coming out. Hopefully people pack them more because the pack weight has been absolutely horrendous recently and people are not really packing anything. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.